You're trying to stay sober, get sober even. I like that idea too, trying to get sober. That's what I'm trying to talk about here, I guess. What evolutionarily, the will to survive, or that part of it. And then how did that happen? Incorporating a new belief, a power greater than myself. And then maybe someday I'll talk more about how much searching I did to find a power greater than myself. It's pretty, it was complete enough, at least till now, because I do have a, let's say, a different power greater than myself today than I had even as short as 15 years ago, I think. Definitely more than 30 years ago. Anyhow, hey, keep up the hard work is what I was leading into here, because it is hard work. It's going to be painful also, probably. But as far as like money, currency goes, it's affordable, because at least for Alcoholics Anonymous, there are no dues, there are no fees. Of course, there's a balance, a trade-off. While you're at an AA meeting, you won't per se be making cash currency money that is more easily tradable later. You know, like you might get if you're working some kind of job, especially like a metered job where you work on a time for money kind of thing. You just basically sell out your time to somebody else, do what they want, and they'll give you some cash equivalent. That is one way of obtaining money. It's not really a, well, well, there's better ways of making money. Now, crime does not pay. And this is a biblical thing too, that your sin will be found out, I think is at least close enough. So if you're thinking crime will pay, that's against a lot of things in these 12 steps. Honesty being like the first principle. If you're being dishonest and making some kind of headway, you think that's going to crash at some point in this 100-year lifespan, and it's going to be drastic probably too, because the longer, anyway, I could just, thank you for coming by here also. And I've spent, let's see, you've spent this time on me. I would rather have you investing your time. So that's why I recommended hit the beginning, the middle, the end. Maybe just hit the end and see if of anybody's video. And also for things that maybe are somewhat interesting, and it's just taken forever for the person to, I don't know, expel this information towards you, speed it up. Watch it at 3 times the speed. Probably you're going to latch onto a lot of the concepts, and thereby saving yourself 33% of your time, or 66, or whatever it is. You're saving time that might be invested elsewhere, rather than that. This is why I brought up, I'm going to have to say it, that the work, trading your time for a set amount or some amount of money, it's maybe an accurate way of computing how much, well, time out of this 100-year lifespan that you're giving to somebody else. Not necessarily giving. You come to an agreement, my time is going to be worth this, and there's a whole lot of other little details, like for what might you be doing, and then how much they'll pay you. Whereas you need to be, this is the point, is you need to be there on the clock, so to speak, with the meter running, with your presence there, actually doing the work over and over and over As you get older and older, it gets more difficult, and it's just that doesn't last for this 100-year lifespan. There's going to be like a breaking point that's going to take you down a notch, and you won't be effective at that pursuit any longer. Whereas having, which the investment thing would be, if you can keep compounding the value of some product without needing to be there and doing some action over and over and over. That's why people think they're going to get rich doing YouTube or something like this. Yeah, and me too, with a book I was writing, which I'm never going to, I don't like that word never. Anyways, once the product is made, all that initial energy, time, and stuff, while you were capable of providing that time and energy, resulted in a product that now can be sold again and again and again, with you doing jack nothing at all, again, other than just cashing the checks as they come in, basically. That would be like investing. And then you can invest in something else, and then the more, and more is better all the time for everything, forever and ever, right? No, that's not a good way to think. It's the value of things that's important. And then that's a subjective thing also. Is it valuable to you? Then do it. What if you think it's valuable, but it's causing harm? Well, subjective still. Maybe the harm is worth it. I don't know. It's a different thing. Look at Evel Knievel. Anyways, hey, thanks for coming by here today, and I'll get back with you later. Goodbye.